What brought you here today?
Well, because I have an interest in cemeteries, I have an interest in our African American history, and I appreciate other people that's interested in trying to preserve our history and remembering our foreparents, recognizing the efforts that they put forth for us.
Why is it important?
Because we should be grateful for what was done by our foreparents. We don't need to forget it.
And when you came out to this cemetery and you saw us working, how'd that make you feel to see even some of the young people out here?
Makes me feel very good, hopeful, and it's inspiring to me. So I was very glad to see young people and to see you as a young man that's interested in this.
And as Black people, particularly in East Texas, we have many cemeteries out here on other people's land, maybe on ours. Why is it important we preserve them?
Again, it goes back to our foreparents, the efforts, because they did not have an easy time. And so I feel that if our foreparents came out of slavery and were able to acquire land and were concerned about us having a burial place, certainly we should try to preserve them.
And so you sit on a historical society for cemeteries here locally in Nacogdoches County, is that right?
Well, I'm part of Nacogdoches County Historical Commission, and cemeteries is one phase or one part of that works.
Why are cemeteries important to history?
Well, because that is a part of our history, and our future generations, they need to know that. They need to know who was before them and get to know something about their descendants or their foreparents, where they descended from.
And while you sit on that board, what are some of the things that go through your head in those meetings and then coming out here and actually seeing the work being done?
As well, I'm inspired by some of the other people that's on the board, how willing they are to put forth the effort to preserve and improve conditions of cemeteries, remembering history and trying to put it before the public and other people.
You help keep up your family's cemetery, Sandhill.
Right.
Why?
It is very important. That one is very important to me because my great grandfather donated. That land came from him, a great portion of it. And then his son, my great uncle, gave a portion. And there was also another gentleman in the community who donated the last portion of the cemetery. But because my grandfather, John Mast, was a man who came out of slavery, he was able to acquire 126 acres of land. And he had the heart and the mind to try to have a burial place for descendants of Sand Hill. So it is most important. And my mother always reminded us of that. She said, my grandfather donated that land for the cemetery. And she was always interested in preserving the cemetery.
It's part of your legacy.
Yes.
I can hear you get a little emotional when you
Very
talk
much
about.
so.
Why is that?
Because those were important people. And those are the people that brought me forth and made a way for me. And as I said earlier, they didn't have the easy times that we have. It was going to the cotton field or farming or whatever.
Making something out of nothing.
Right. But they were able to provide for their families and acquire something.